Hey y'all, what's good? It's your girl Destiny on here with another one. What's up, y'all? What's up? Hope you guys are having a good day, a good morning, a good night whenever y'all are watching this. Today I came on here, excuse the background by the way. I just was laying in the bed. Okay, and I'm gonna let y'all know why. So let me start off by saying thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate those who have stayed with me. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have anything you want to ask me, you can ask me down in the comments down below. Whatever. You just want to say hey. Thank you for those who have commented, whatever. Okay, so my last vlog, my daughter and I we had attempted to go to Hope 253. Y'all, like I said before, there we go. That did not happen. So that was just this past Sunday. And before that, last Friday or last week was my last week of computer classes. So I'm like, I got a scotch more to do, but I'm all caught up. And I got a little I can't get my words out. I got a little bit more to do. So that Friday, I was in class like all day. Okay, all day. And like I wanted to celebrate, so I hooked up with a guy friend of mine, and y'all, we was drinking. Okay, I wanted to release some stress. Seriously, and that's exactly what I did. So I had I ain't gonna tell you what I had, so never mind. Moving forward. So Sunday was I spent Saturday morning messed up. That's all I'm gonna say. I spent the messed up. Sunday we tried to go to Hope 253, and y'all already know what happened with that. And I heard it was really good. So that was awesome for the people who actually did get to go. So, let's see what else. Okay, so then come Monday, I took a little trip and I had a good trip. Had a good night, had a good trip. So, come Tuesday, yesterday, I lost another friend, y'all. And I'm not saying it like he died or anything, but like the thing about this friend is I met him on POF back in, I want to say February, and he and I was hanging out. Okay, this is August, so he and I been hanging out for 6 months, I guess. With this friend, this friend is wild. Like we would do things for each other. He took me grocery shopping. I would get him some food. We would hang out. We would go to the park. He would come over here, hang out with me. We were always talking, always talking, always talking. So, me and this friend, we were like off and on doing things to each other. But it's not like he and I, we were never on a serious level. So, he's a player. Okay, y'all, player. So he's kind of like the people who matter to him most in his life is his mom and his kids and his family. I understand that. I get it. Okay. So when I first met him, I told him I was looking for a serious relationship, and it never got to that. Never got to that, not one time. So we were off. We were off, on and off, on and off, on and off. You want to hang out? Okay, fine. You want to do this? Okay, fine. You want to do that? Okay, fine. No problem. So one day, okay, so if I'm seeing him, I'm not seeing anybody else. That's Let me make that clear right now. If I'm seeing him, I'm not seeing anybody else. If I'm seeing somebody else, I'm not seeing him. There you go. So I got in one serious relationship, but I don't know why that did not work. But it was not my fault. So whatever. Okay. But I told him I didn't want to do things with him because I was like, okay, I was going to commit myself to this guy. And then it was just like, I didn't hear from this guy. So I was like, I had to go get my friend back, y'all. So, I mean, this is like a crazy, this video is going to be crazy, y'all. So, just get on for the ride, okay? So, he's like, okay, so I'm African American. He's African American. And he told me when we first started hanging out, that I was the first black girl that he's ever dated since his kids' moms. And I was like, okay, cool. So I went like, the last time we actually hung out was at the beginning of this month, August. And that was we were only going grocery shopping. So then, I didn't see him for a while after that. And yesterday, it was 2 weeks. I talked to him, but I didn't see him. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna trip. I hung out with other friends. But, sorry, I had to get that out. Okay. So, I was like, whatever. So I hung out with other friends. I was like, ain't no big deal. It's whatever. So, he lives in another city. He works in another city. So, okay, cool, whatever. So he's always talking to me about other females. And I don't know how to take that. I know y'all gonna comment and be like, well, you shouldn't took that. And I'm just like, I was like, but I wasn't really, at first I told him I wanted a serious relationship. And then like a couple months I told him, but then he was like, no, why are you trying to be greedy? Why are you trying to have me all to yourself? And I told him it from the get-go that that's what I wanted. No, y'all never went down like that. Like I said, he told me I was being greedy. And I was like, how you figure? If I'm trying to be on this mode of, let's say, how do people say it? I'm trying to be with one man only, and that's it. So I don't see a problem with that. Okay? So I'm not trying to, my goodies don't need to be spread. Period. Case in point. I don't need to be spread everywhere. That's just all there is to it. So, with him, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm everywhere, okay? I'm thinking, and it's like, with him, there's no oomph with him. It's not a love thing. It's like more of a, let's just get it real quick and I'm gonna go. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Why you want your life like that? I don't want a life like that. Nobody needs a life like that. Unless that's just all you want. And I, myself, you girl, I don't want it like that. That's real. So, this is me being so truthfully honest with y'all right now. I got to the point to where, okay, I don't know if y'all have heard this, but sometimes I tell my daughter about certain guys I hang out with or talk to. I don't go into details, but I tell her, especially about the guys I really, really like, that are nothing more than my friends or just associates, and that's it. So I'll tell her about him, and Sally. Okay. So anyway, okay. So with Sally, it's like him and my daughter, they were always bumping heads. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Okay, they're always bumping heads. So the last time we went grocery shopping, no, it was like 2-3 months ago when we went grocery shopping, my daughter started telling him, you shouldn't be drinking. And I was like, I told her, I said, you can't tell grown people what to do. I said, because you're not grown, you're just a child. She's 17, she thinks she's grown. So then, I was like, you know what? So I stopped the what, how you want to say it, like her knowing I'm hanging out with him, but him not coming to the house, or her not seeing him, because she's like, he's disrespectful. And I was like, I will nip that in the bud real quick. No lie. I ain't gonna tolerate that. So I was just like, you know what, it's cool, whatever. So I didn't want him to be disrespectful, but he likes to play around. He likes to joke a lot. And my daughter will take that to heart real quick. So I was like, let me just nip this in the bud and stop all the where their paths will meet, so to speak. So he takes on father figures to other children. This is what he told me. And since the fathers of the children are not here, okay, he's kind of taking on that role somewhat. So he'll ask her questions or whatever, and she'll just pop off real quick, and she'll be like, no, da da da, whatever, whatever, and get an attitude. And I'm just like, let's go. So the whole point of me telling you guys is just that there's things about him that are not how they should be. Okay, so his biological children don't even live in this state. They live in another state on the East Coast. Okay, so anyway, so when it came to him and my son, it was like bumping heads, and I was just like, no. So I told the kids, I said, you have to be respectful of people, and I said, I'm an adult. You let me deal with them as an adult would, not as you saying they're disrespectful, I don't like them, and let me handle that. But I'm also going to listen to my kids at the same time. So that was a problem. Him and my kids bumped heads, and I was just like, I can't have that. I cannot have that. Yes, I have to listen to my children. Yes, their opinion matters. Yes, they have to be respected as well. So I just got to the point to where I knew that was going to be an issue. Red flag number one. So then I was like, things have to change. So then it just, like, I'm not in a mode of, okay, yes, I could be joking around too. Long day. Anyways, yes, I could joke around too. Yes, I could have my funny moments, but it's like, I feel like men and women need to be taught how to respect somebody. Because yesterday, the whole time while we were together, he kept talking about how, oh, I would just this is his words, y'all, and I am repeating them verbatim. He said to me, oh, she can get this work, she can get that work, she can get that work, she can get this work. And if y'all know what she can get that work mean, comment down below, okay? But I got tired of hearing it. So yesterday, before we went to the park, he got me a beer, which is actually pretty good. It's a strawberry margarita. I think it's Budweiser, but it's really good. So I started drinking that. I've had the grape and the peach, and they're alright. Alright. So I kind of drink it real fast so I can get my buzz going. Because dealing with him, y'all, is like dealing with a child that's so annoying in your ears, like a bee that just will not go away. So I'm just like, you know what, whatever. So I'm drinking my beer. I'm slowly sipping, but I'm gulping at the same time. So it does not take a lot to get me drunk. Anyways, moving along. But I'm getting super annoyed. And there's parts of him that I was attracted to, and there's parts of him where I just cannot stand. But then it's just like, in order for me to be really who I need to be, really who I want to be, it's like I have to remove certain people, certain situations from my life, because I'm trying to show my kids that yes, you can have friends, but don't choose certain friends because they got certain things going on, or they want you to be involved in certain things, and that's not the way to handle. That's not the way to live. That's not, you don't want to, and you don't also want to take on traits from other people, because their traits could be bad, but they could be good at the same time. You have to know and distinguish those traits. So I really need to stop drinking. It's not so much where I'm drinking every day. It's like Friday, last Friday, and yesterday was the first time I drank in at least some weeks. Was it some weeks? Yeah, some weeks. So I don't do this regularly. It's just like I just want to hang. I just want to chill. I want to find something that's going to. I can just live in that moment for that moment, and then yes, I'm left with the hangover, but whatever. But I'm not so much into drinking where it's like a daily thing. That's not me. So with him and my other friend, it was like I'm just gonna chill. That's it. So, but anyway, like there's been. Oh, why am I so tired? Anyway, there's been people. Oh, because I have fibromyalgia. That's why. Anyways, there's been people in my life who have been very influential for me and my children. And there's been people in my life who are just have literally tried to bring me down. And I think that's what Sally was trying to do. Because yesterday, y'all, it was like I could not, like, for the life of me, it's like case in point, I watched Think Like a Man, and they hit on some real key important points when it came to that movie. And they were talking about if you have a man, you don't want to start dating a guy and then bring him around the kids, and then it doesn't work. I kind of take that to heart, because it's like a person that I might think is a guy that I might think is cool, a guy that I might think is all of that, and then some, could be wrong for my kids. A guy that I think is like, oh, he's super into me, but my kids could be like, no, mom, I have to be mindful of those things. And this is with Sally. It's like I had to be mindful of him. It's like even though even though Crystal knew he was drinking, it was like he's so to the point where he could have hurricanes. I don't know if you guys hurricanes, their beers. I don't know if you guys heard of those. I'm pretty sure you have. He could have like 2 hurricanes and be straight, and it would not faze him. So, it's like he knows how to handle it. He knows how to handle his liquor, but that's still telling my children, oh, it's okay for you guys to start drinking. No, no, my kids, they know I drink, but it's not all the time. So I'm trying to send a message to where I'm going out, I'm hanging out, but this is what I do every now and then. So I'm trying to teach them there's a difference between drinking to relax, drinking to get drunk and acting stupid, and not drinking, period. So as the kids grow up, it's like they have to see a balance. They have to see what's real and what's fake. They have to know these things. And I have teenagers, so it's not like they're 9 to 10 years old running around here. It's 16 and 17 years old, and they're not dumb. Y'all, my kids are not dumb by any means, so they already know what the deal is. So I have to be mindful of who comes into their life and who's going to be in mine, as to say, okay, I have kids, and this is how I want you to be in front of them. But as a grown man, you got to know, okay, I'm seeing a female, she got kids, and it's like, I want them to know that I respect them. I respect their mom, and I respect them. But with Sally, it was like, he was always in this, I'm going to act like your dad type mode. And that's the role he was taking on. And he even told me that. He said, I have female friends that have kids, and it's like their kids, I'm cool with their kids. But when it came to my kids, y'all, I kid you not, it was something totally different. Like my daughter, she has a sense about certain people. So, like I have, like she does not hold back. This ma'am does not hold back. I was like, oh, the things I've heard her say is like, I have to be, really, Crystal? Are you serious right now? Oh, y'all, I have talked for 20 minutes. I did not realize it. This video, like, literally, talking to you guys about this stuff, just, you gotta be real about it. As a single mom, you gotta keep your guard up constantly. So, I guess I came on here to rant, number one, about Sally, to let y'all know that I'm not talking to him no more. I'm not even gonna see him no more. But you never know what happens. You never know how 1 minute people could be dumb, and the next minute they be like, oh, I got my senses back. And they can freaking realize that, oh, she was cool from the get-go. There was nothing wrong with her. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to move on. I'm going to do me. I forgive him. And yes, the thought of him is still in my mind because we had a friendship 6 months. I realized that he's not somebody that I could be serious with or have a serious relationship with. I realized that. So, y'all, I have talked enough. I know y'all got a lot to say. I know people won't have a lot to say when this video goes out onto my channel, but that's okay because people gonna say what they want to say. And if any single mamas out there, y'all feeling me on what I'm saying, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Come holler at me. Y'all, I have had a crazy weekend. Crazy. So, I will holler at y'all. And y'all have a good week and enjoy the rest of y'all summer. So, I will talk to y'all later. Deuces.